Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elias Castillo and I am with EMC Outdoors and I am gardening in Zone 7. Today is February 13th and I'm going to be doing some winter sowing and I'm going to be using my grow light system and I just set this up a few days ago and I've built it out of a wire shelving and I bought some grow lights from Amazon. And I'm going to link those in the video below if you want to purchase them. This is my first time trying it. I've dreamt about having a setup like this for many years, and now is the time to have one. We recently bought a house back in the fall, so I have a little bit more space now, so I can do a lot of the projects that I've been meaning to do. And today I'm going to be starting plants that need to be planted or sown 8 weeks to 6 weeks before the last frost. So my expected last frost here in Zone 7 is April 15th-ish. So right about now is about 8 weeks away. So I'm gonna be starting one tray today, and what I'll do is I'll start another tray maybe 2 weeks from now, so that I am giving myself a little bit of room just in case there is a late frost in April. So really long planning here, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video. All right, let me show you guys what I'm going to be planting today. So I have the seeds that I am going to be planting today, and they are going to be collard greens, lacinato kale, Doe Hill golden bell pepper. Oh, let's see if that focuses. There we go. Sweet 100 tomatoes. I've always wanted to grow this, but I fail every time. So wish me luck this time. Marconi peppers. Last year I did really well with sweet peppers, and I want to grow a lot more sweet peppers this year. So this is one of the fastest growing ones, and it's supposed to be pretty sweet. So I'm going to be trying that this year. And I'm also going to be growing some interesting seeds. This is from a shop I found on Etsy, and this is multiplier onions. They're also called potato onions. So I'm going to be growing these, starting them today. I also have this variation of a chile pitin, which is like a native chile to Mexico. It's a variation that Aunt was growing, and she gave them to me, and I want to try them out. And they are pretty cool because they start out very green, then turn orangey, and then they turn red. They're medium spice, so they're good to eat. I also have this Caribbean peppers. I bought some Caribbean peppers at the store a few years ago, and now I saved seeds from that, and I grow this, I call them Puerto Rican peppers, but they're like Caribbean peppers. They're sweet. They look like a habanero, but they are actually pretty sweet. So I'll put a picture in here of the ones I've grown before so you guys can see. So this year I'm calling it the year of sweet peppers and probably eggplant. So that's going to be my focus this year, growing a lot of sweet peppers and eggplants. I enjoy those a lot. Obviously I'm going to grow all the regular stuff that I do, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, but my focus will be on peppers, sweet peppers. I love spicy peppers, but sweet peppers are easier to eat. So sweet peppers are going to be my goal this year. All right, so let me show you what I have today and how we're going to be planting these. So I live in Northern Virginia, and I have a company that's called Shenandoah, and they do potting soil. And this is the potting soil that I'm going to be using to start my plants. The seeds that I'm going to be starting today actually need some heat in order to sprout. I'm growing this in my basement, so I need a little bit of heat. So I'm going to be using a heat mat guy like this. This is going to heat up the soil in the starting mix so that the seeds can sprout. I read on the packages that it needs to be about 75 to 85 degrees on there. I'm not sure if that heat mat is going to do it, but I've started pepper plants before without the heat mat, and it has worked. So I'm just increasing my odds here. So you can do it even without a heat mat. Now, the other thing I'm going to be using is this little seed containers. They're like 4 to a pack. And I bought these trays without holes. So if you go to a nursery, you can buy they basically will sell you something like this, but they have holes in the bottom. So they use them in greenhouses so they can just water them and then the water just drains down. I can't do that because I have some wood floors, so I would mess up the floors if I did that. And so you need some that are without holes. I bought these for about $1.50 a piece, and I'll put a link below if you guys want to purchase them. They're pretty nice, and I'll use it for many years, so good investment there. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is filling up these with soil and then planting them in here, putting them underneath the heat mat, and then I'm going to be using my very fancy dandy DIY row light system. And I have this on a timer, so it will come on whenever I want it to. That is super bright. So I have 3 shelves that I'm going to be growing in this year. You can see there. And I have the capability of doing 16 trays at a time. So 16 trays is quite a bit. I usually go to a nursery that is in Maryland, and they're called Frank's Produce Greenhouse. And they sell one of these trays for about $18 to $22 per tray, full of seedlings. So I'm considering that each of these shelves will grow me about $80 worth of seedlings. And I have 2 gardens to maintain now. I have a community garden and I have my house garden. And I need a lot of plants, or I think I need a lot of plants. But that's gonna be fun, and let's get planting, and hopefully in a few weeks I'll do a little update so you guys can see the growth on those plants. Let's get planting. Okay, so I'm gonna start planting my seeds here. I prepare my trays by filling them up with soil. The soil is moist, that's very important, and I'm gonna be watering them a little bit right after I plant the seeds. So it's also very important to label your seed trays, and I'm gonna be using these little milk jugs. I've cut up the milk jugs and I use them as my labels. Sharpie. All right, let's get it going. I'm going to start planting my seeds now. I'm going to be doing about 2 to 3 seeds per cell, and I'm only going to be doing one of these 4-pack trays per type of seed that I have. So, like I said before, this is my first sowing of these peppers. I am going to do a second one in about 2 to 3 weeks so that I have succession planting here. I would like to complain to Burpee. They gave me this many seeds out of this packet. Ridiculous. I know it says study blood, but damn. these little peppers here are very nice. I don't remember how I got them. I believe my aunt gave them to me, but they are different from what she gave me. So it's a new variation that I think got hybridized with something else that I was growing. So now I'm going to be trying to see. I'm planting them again, and we'll see what comes up this year. I'm calling them rainbow peppers. They're technically not rainbow peppers. We'll see. After saying that these peppers are not spicy, I got these peppers into my nose, and I've been sneezing for about 5 minutes. So they are spicy. And I do like spicy food, which is not in my nose. Peace. Okay, so I have this tomatoes that are pretty tart, and I really like them. I've been growing them for a few years. My grandma gave me these, and she grows them herself, and I don't know what they are. I call them native Salvadorian tomatoes because she's Salvadorian and she was growing them for a long time. So I'm also going to be trying this Thai red roselle hibiscus. I'm excited about this. You can make nice tea out of it, and from all my research, this should have plenty of time to grow and produce roselles before my frost that is expected in October 15th, my last frost. Man, some of this seeds company, man, they give you, I mean, I guess it depends on the type of seed, but I got very little seeds. I got 7 here so far of this, and maybe I have another 10 in there. Wow. Limited supply, but I'm gonna use this wisely. I'm gonna save the other half, and then I'm gonna do 2 more plantings just to ensure that I at least get some to sprout. I'm gonna be trying some outdoors, and I'm gonna do this indoors here. I don't like, to be honest, I don't like starting seeds indoors. It's a lot of work. I'd rather do them in the ground, but with a short season, you have to play the game and plant them indoors because you don't have enough time to produce enough food in the summer. And my goal is to grow a lot of food. Thai red roselle. I'm also putting the dates on these labels so that I remember when I plant them, and hopefully I can check back with the seed packet and make sure that I get some germination. If I don't, then I have to plant something else, obviously. I'm gonna do 1 more of those tomatoes because I really want those native tomatoes. They're kind of my favorite now. You can make salsa with them and you don't need any lime, so they're great. So I'll call them Salvi Toms. All right, so my job is almost done here. I hope I'm not jumping the gun doing this seeding so early in the season, but I think I'll be all right. I'm doing 2 seeds per tray. Okay, so I am done sowing my winter seeds, and I'm hoping that these will sprout underneath the heat mat. I'm gonna activate it for tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with that. And I'll bring you guys back in about 2 weeks and see if we have some germination. We should have some germination, and I'm hopeful. I am also going to be doing a lot of cold hardy stuff, so I'm going to be doing the collard greens, the kales, and stuff like that. and I'm gonna start that in a few days, so I'll make another video about those. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please make sure that you like it and that you subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing you a lot of food forest videos in the spring. Till next time.